And an attack on a church blamed on Islamist rebels has left 43 people dead in northeastern DR Congo, ending a months-long period of regional calm. Now, the UN peacekeeping mission called it revolting and added that the violence violated both human rights and international humanitarian law. Well, the massacre took place in the town of Commander, a strategic commercial hub in Irumu territory. Local officials say that the rebels from the Allied Democratic Forces, or the AFDF, stormed a Catholic church during an overnight prayer vigil early Sunday morning. They were reportedly armed with machetes and guns. The Congolese military described the incident as a large-scale massacre and accused the ADF of taking revenge on defenseless civilians. It vowed to track down those responsible. The attack marks the worst bloodshed in the area since February, when 23 people were killed in nearby Mombasa. Despite a joint military campaign launched in 2021 by Uganda and the DRC, dubbed Operation Shuja, the ADF continues to carry out brutal attacks.
Brutal massacre at a church in Africa over the weekend. The Islamic State, still around, now says it is behind it. Some 43 worshippers brutally killed by machete and gun-wielding rebels of the ISIS-affiliated ADF group at a prayer vigil in a small town in eastern Congo. Buildings there were also torched. The bloody toll included 15 men, 19 women, 9 children. Their bodies found strewn around the area. Other children abducted. One eyewitness told Fox News Digital they killed those they met in the church hall. Those who tried to flee were caught and killed in the compound and running towards the road. People were sad. There was sadness everywhere.
Pope Leo has expressed his sorrow at Sunday's attack on Christian worshippers in the DRC by an affiliate of the so-called Islamic State.
Profondo dolore. I
renew my deep pain for the brutal terrorist attack that occurred on the night between 26th and 27th of July in Commander, in Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo, where more than 40 Christians were killed in a church during a prayer vigil and in their homes.
In chiesa, durante una veglia di preghiera e nelle proprie case. Mentre affido le
While I
vittime
entrust the victims to God's loving mercy,
di Dio, prego per I
I pray
feriti
for the wounded and for Christians who around the world continue to suffer violence and persecution,
e persecuzioni.
exhorting all those with responsibility at the local and international level to collaborate to prevent similar tragedies.
Nazionale a collaborare per prevenire simili tragedie.
Martyrdom will take place in the end times of the beloved church. By the way, we've noticed martyrdom happening not very long ago and until now. One day I was walking in Fairfield. I was a priest, not a bishop. I was a priest. I was walking in Fairfield, and then I just heard footsteps behind me. I turned around, and this man was walking behind me, and I stopped, and I looked at him from a distance. He was staring straight at me. So I assumed he meant to speak with me. So I waited. He approached me. He said, "You're a father, aren't you?" I said, "Yes, my dear. What can I do for you?" He said, "Father, I am from Iraq. I've just arrived to this country the last couple of months. I'm a total stranger. I don't speak English. I don't know nothing about this country. Father, you may have noticed on my face, I am mentally slightly disturbed. I'm okay, but I'm very tired up here." I said, "Why, my dear friend?" He said, "Father, I just need $20 if you can. There is some medication I need to buy. I only have these couple of dollars in my pocket. I don't have any money. It is me and my wife only here. And I don't know why I came to Australia. I don't need any country. I don't need to live anymore. I don't want to live, Father." I said, "Why?" He said, "Father, have you heard of the church in Iraq called Sayyidat al-Najat? Sayyidat al-Najat, that's an Arabic word for our Holy Mother Mary. So the church was named after the Holy Mother." He said, "I was there in the church attending Sunday Mass, Holy Mass service with my only son, 16-year-old, with my only son." He said, "I was there in the church, and all of a sudden people started screaming and shouting, 'ISIS is coming.' And he said everybody started running out of the church frantically, everyone trying to save their lives." He said, I ran, my son ran with me, I saw him running with me, and then as we came out of the church, we started running. I thought that my son was running right beside me. After a few seconds, I turn around, my son is not with me. I stop about 30 meters or so away from the church's door, main door. I see my only son, father, 16-year-old, standing like a statue in front of the church's door. Out of fear, he froze. He couldn't run. He was so scared. He said 2 4-wheel drive cars stopped, and with camouflage, a guy comes out with a gun in his hand. And in my heart, I am saying, Lord, please don't let this happen. Please, Lord. I couldn't talk anymore. I couldn't think of anything anymore. I froze at that moment that I wish it was a dream. It was a nightmare, and I could wake up from it realizing it was just a dream or a nightmare. But I was still in the subconscious mind of mine, I'm thinking this is reality. But I don't want it to be reality. So I begged the Lord. It was the heart talking, because the mind, the lips stopped, they ceased. Lord, please, please don't make it happen. Please, Lord, don't let this happen. And I saw the guy walking. He put 6 bullets in my son's head. 6 bullets. But this is the world. This guy was a Christian, is a Christian. He said, Father, what do I do with Australia? I only had one son. They killed him right before my eyes, Father. I'm troubled up here, Father. Please tell me, what shall I do? What can you say? You become speechless. Christians have been martyred everywhere. Syria, Egypt. Do they talk about it? In Egypt, I'm sure there is not a day that goes by unless there is one Christian being persecuted or killed. Just because the country hasn't been invaded by a foreign country, this is domestic, you know. Family violence. Family violence. Well, the pale horse came, trying to imitate the true color green. Hey, listen, Muhammad, you're pale, brother. Right? You're dead. But the one I worship is the living God, revealed in the flesh. It's the living God. I've got a question mark about the Islamic faith, but I love the Muslims and I always pray for them. But I've got humongous question marks on the Islamic faith.